Around 2 years ago, this video popped up in my recommendation, and it did not take me long to press on it. The aesthetics of the thumbnail, the title of the video, everything about it seemed to connect with me. And hey, maybe it's just my teenage hormones acting up, but regardless, this video introduced me to the most wonderful type of music that I had ever heard, lo-fi hip-hop. And before I knew it, lo-fi hip-hop was dominating my recommendations. I was clicking on one lo-fi video after the other, hooked on the repetitive music samples, falling in love with this art form. I am Gaurav Tamang, and this is why I love lo-fi hip-hop. If you've just recently discovered lo-fi, you're bound to find it to be unique and different. But as you start listening to it more often, I admit that the novelty quickly wears off. For most parts, lo-fi is not exactly the type of music that will take you a room full of talented producers to make. In fact, making lo-fi is pretty straightforward and simple. Sample an old jazzy song and sample a drum beat that fits it, along with a random cheesy movie dialogue.
Danny, don't worry about that. Lisa loves you too, as a person, as a human being, as a friend. You know, people don't have to say it. They can feel it.
And voila, you've got yourself a lo-fi song. And since it's so simple to make and copy lo-fi, you find that the whole genre is flooded with the same 90s aesthetics and a melancholic or depressed tone, along with the same samples on repeat. For this reason, lo-fi is constantly labeled unoriginal, uncreative, and basically shit, which is quite understandable, to be honest. So regardless of all of this, why do I like lo-fi hip-hop? Well, the short answer being, I'm a total hipster. Lo-fi, without debate, comes off as the unoriginal slob of depressing music that it is, but yet I have made an emotional connection with it. As someone who's not really into music production, I can't properly judge lo-fi on the basis of its technicalities. So I don't rely on those factors to judge music. Instead, I look at it from an emotional standpoint of view. For me, it's more about how it makes me feel. And when I was first introduced to lo-fi, it managed to evoke a lot of feelings in me. Don't get me wrong though. It's not like I don't listen to more complex music. I do. I listen to all kinds of music. It's not like they don't make me feel anything. They do, but the thing is, they tend to demand too much of my attention. And sometimes I don't want to do that. Sometimes I want to be alone with myself, thinking about the meaning of life or some other pretentious shit like that. At the end of it though, if you were to ask me why I like lo-fi hip-hop, I would not have a definitive answer. Lo-fi turned out to be the perfect combination of slightly boring but smooth, repetitive trash that it is. And because that's the perfect type of music to accompany you while you do all the mundane tasks in life, I grew a liking to it. My love for lo-fi is my personal bias. And I guess that's all of us. We aren't rational about the things that we love. We simply do love them. And that's the part of the human condition that makes living worthwhile. And it's the same irrational emotion that turned an aesthetic of recorded music in which the sound quality is lower than the usual contemporary standards and imperfections of the recording and production are audible into art.